Hey guys, welcome to Spearfishing Down Under. We are in day, I don't know what it is, over in Brazil, and sorry my Brazilian makeup artist is not as good as my Aussie one. Been a crazy couple of days, just updating you, we've broken down 3 times with 3 different vessels, and we've had some pretty bad weather. You would have seen on the news, it was pretty wild, but we're still in it, still doing it. Rotten viz. Bryso is just a machine, just keep on going in the terrible viz. Hey, this is a really cool episode, you're gonna love it. It was actually a good warm-up for Brazil for me because diving a little bit dirtier and shooting some big barramundi. Hope you enjoy. Well, good morning everybody. The ski loaded up, ready to rock and roll, head north. Got eskies and food and eskies ready to go. Alright, it's gonna be a good couple of days, heading north, won't bore you with the trip. Ready to get out there and get it going. I'm out. This first dive of the trip is always a really good one. I honestly feel like just that dive under the water, life slips away and you start hunting. This hunting mode is so cool. This spot was real fishy, and the fish you like to see when you're looking for barra. These blubber lips, you don't want to shoot them, but I'll tell you what, they are a great sign for barra. The second dive was actually really eerie. I came down the bottom and there was big schools of just really small big eye trevally. Man, they were spooking around everywhere. I felt like a barra was going to come any moment, but just so eerie. A couple more dives, not seeing really much. I was creeping along the bottom on this one, and as I came to the edge of the rocks, I ran into a Queensland groper. Man, these things are the worst in dirty viz. Yellow tail, looked like a barramundi so much. Fortunately, I didn't shoot that thing, and it swam off and spooked and scared everything. Hadn't seen any barra, so I decided to make a move. Been diving this creek for a long period of time, and I saw a sign there. I just wondered what exactly that sign was trying to say. Well, I just thought I'll have a look and see what it says. Be clockwise. For your safety, crocodiles are being maybe present in this area. There you go. Be clockwise. I decided to jump in on this tree that I'd found. Oh my goodness, this was the coolest dive. Heading down, cruising along the bottom, really shallow water, just mangrove jacks heading to the left and the right, small blub lips, and these wicked cool little barra. Man, I love diving with these fish. They are just so cool. Couldn't help myself, I had to keep diving on these fish. Crept again down underneath the snags, and here these fish just sat and looked at me. I really love how the barra do that. Arched up back, just looking at you. You can imagine them a metre 20, metre 30, just being the boss of the snag. Here they are, little fellas, but still just look like the absolute boss. Took the camera off, and this dive was just awesome. Came down, nice little mangrove jack sitting right under the snag. He just swam off a little bit and I followed him along. To my left I could see maybe 5 mangrove jacks. To the right, a couple of barramundi. I just sat there filming those fish. Honestly, I could have done this all day. Just so cool to see these wicked fish. So cool, been looking for a barra all morning. All afternoon, I should say. And I found some. Not real big, but it's a barra. And it's cool to see, cool to look at. It'd be really nice if there was a big one here, but we'll see. Little fellas, it's a great start. This dive I decided to dive a little bit further off the end of the snag into a little bit deeper water, dropped to about 3.5 metres, came down the bottom, could see those barramundi, see the mangrove jacks, and to my absolute surprise, a little mulloway swam in in central Queensland. We've been seeing a few of these recently up in central Queensland. Spooked the barra, spooked the jacks, followed him up, and another one came in. He spooked as well. Oh, so cool. Little barra sitting again up in the shallows. Man, I love diving on these fish. Chewing barra. That's so cool. So cool. Nothing shootable, but cool to see. I did a couple more dives off the end. Again, only seen those small barra and a couple of nice little Queensland gropers. Look at these fish, such yellow tails, look like a barra so much. And they sit there and spook. Oh, they're really frustrating. Sometimes with the dirty water like this, camera makes it look better, or you really have to hold your finger off that trigger. I made a move and I found another snag that looks so cool. First couple of dives, I couldn't believe I hadn't seen a barra. In the tree, there was a whole bunch of these old maids spotted butterfish. Really cool looking fish, and that yellow looks like a yellow tail of a barra. Fortunately behind them was a nice little mangrove jack. And I decided to shoot mangrove jack because it was getting late in the afternoon and I really needed some fish to eat that night for dinner. I swam along the creek edge looking at some of the shallow snags. Creeping along the bottom in this one, found a nice little barra. Couldn't get a shot at him. Oh, cool fish to see though. As I kept swimming along, I ran into a big school of herring. So many of them there, and I thought for sure I'm going to see something cool. And see something cool I did. I saw something move underneath me. I thought it was a barramundi. Ducked my head down to see, and out of the corner of my eye I noticed coming in behind me was a school of threadfin salmon. Oh man, this is crazy. Tried to swing around and aim upside down, shoot past my legs. I missed. Oh my goodness, heartbroken. Still hurts today even when I talk about this. I spent the rest of the afternoon looking in this area, trying to find those things again. Oh man, I was so gutted. A couple of times I got big stirs up of sand. I don't know what it was, but I just know it had to be those threadies. Now this was incredible. 2 meters of water, find another log on the side of the bank, dove down on it, not just 1 mile away, but a big school of them. This was crazy to see. I absolutely stunned when I first saw it. Honestly, I thought it was a big school of threadies. Nearly pulled the trigger, but realised it was just a mile away. Those things just mulled around me, so cool. Unfortunately, no threadies seen, and it got too dark, and I headed to where I was going to camp the night. Cool thing, yeah. Okay, mangrove jack it is for dinner. Mangrove jack and some Indian rice. This is the best spot to do this. Not a great knife, but biggies. Okay, so dinner update. Indian style spicy rice. Love just a little bit of spice after a day's diving. That's on. Mangrove jack's gonna go on the fry pan in about 2 minutes. And it's gonna be mangrove jack and spicy rice. Gonna be tasty. And I haven't eaten all day, so I'm starving. Gonna be good. Mangrove jack is about to go on. I have a terrible habit when camping of forgetting bringing utensils. You have a bowl vast improvement. Got the nice forks. One knife. Chitty. Alrighty. Pretty close to being ready. Gourmet. Yeah, mix in. I've got mini wraps. I can eat it with chips. I reckon I might give that a bit of chip action. Right about the chips. Now, this is gonna make kings. We don't even need the plates. Knives and forks. That stuff's gold. Again, not eating all day makes it taste better. Alright. That's awesome. Alright. This is the camp setup. Back of the car. Over to the ski. Sleeping like a baby. Looking forward to that. I'll give you the drama. I'm a little bit tired. Late nights, early mornings. I'm ready for a sleep. Hey everyone, we have our very first Spearfishing Down Under shirt, so you can get some of our stuff. The next morning I was heading up this creek and I found a really cool jetty. Water wasn't overly clean, it was pretty dark under that jetty, and first dive rivals the dive Bryson and I had first dive a couple of weeks ago. So they came down to the bottom. Oh my goodness. As soon as I get to the bottom, school of mulloway spooks, and off the back of the mulloway I could see a barramundi. Came down, hit the bottom. In comes a nice mulloway straight at me. Second mulloway cuts across. Behind it was that barramundi. I had to shoot over the mulloway's head to hit that barramundi in the face, and that thing went crazy. It nearly took my head off. Absolutely wild. Got that thing in my hands. Man, I was stoked. If you've ever shot a barramundi and you're trying to stab it in the head and you can't, and you're trying to work out how to actually put that fish out of its misery, you lift up the gill and stab it into its head from underneath the gills. Took another dive, and when I got to the bottom, the bait fish was spooking everywhere. I thought for sure there's got to be something big around. Yep. In comes a massive GT. So cool. Swam just above my head. Bait spooking. Of course, I'd be spooking too if I was a bait fish and that GT was around. Headed down for another dive. I was pretty keen to see if there's any more barramundi about. When I got to the bottom, I saw a really big sand bass. Fish I'm going to talk to you about a little bit later on. But I wasn't after sand bass. I was just seeing if there was any more barra. Kept along the bottom. Off in the distance I could see those mulloway again. As I crept to look at those mulloway, in comes another really nice barramundi. And again, straight in the face. That thing smoked me back into the sand, wrapped around the poles. Got it out of the sand. Such a cool fish. Two barramundi, chucked it on the ski and thought it was time to head to somewhere else. Oh my goodness. Found this random jetty up this creek. I cannot believe it. It was clean. 3, 4, 5, 8 metres bare sand. Oh my gosh. You. Check it out. You. So cool. Yes, big Barramundi. You. Big dog. So good. So good. brothers. What a start to the morning. You! First dive in the new creek. Well, it's amazing to see these broadbar mackerel. These are fish that turn up in the weirdest places. To be crawling around up in a creek and a broadbar mackerel swims past you is so wild. Watch this, creeping along the bottom, and in comes this turtle. Man, scared me, scared him, took off. Obviously thought it was a crocodile. Ugh, crazy. This next dive was also awesome. Came down to the bottom. No barra to be seen, no mangrove jacks to be seen, but some wicked grunter. These are beautiful eating fish, and in amongst this school was some nice ones. Just couldn't quite get a beat on those big ones. I went back and forth, just couldn't get a shot. So cool. As I headed back to the surface, about to take a breath, I noticed a really big black brim. Now, this is not just any black brim, this was a monster black brim, biggest one I've ever shot. Didn't see any of the fish I wanted to see at this spot, so I decided to make another move. Found another log a few years ago, thought I'd have a dive on that. First dive on this new log, man, there was so many fish. Couldn't believe my eyes. Every single fish you'd never want to shoot. Crazy when these logs can get fishy like this, but none of the fish you want. Took a couple of dives around this log, but couldn't find any of the fish that I wanted. How's this wild critter? It's like I don't know what, creeping along the bottom. Man, weirdest critter you ever gonna see, look like an alien. I found a whole bunch of these critters. Man, you touch them, they open, they move. Oh, aliens taking over the world. I swam over to a set of rocks that were near the tree. Man, this was fishy. Come down the bottom, just laying there. Nice schools of mangrove jacks. So cool to see. I headed down again where I'd seen those mangrove jacks. I was laying on the bottom. Heaps of mangrove jacks there. None really of the fish that I want to shoot, not really big enough. But I noticed there was another nice sand bass. Looked off to the side, he kept on just spooking in and out, hiding in this cave. Finally just lined him up and he was being a little tricky. And I shot myself this cool sand bass. Really big one. These fish don't get much bigger than this. I'm pretty stoked. I come down in that spot one more time, just before I was about to leave. Couldn't believe when I got to the bottom there's a really nice mangrove jack. In creeks like this, to see jacks like this is so cool. Couldn't help myself, I was about to go, pulled the trigger and shot myself another nice fish. What a cool fish. G'day everyone, it's low tide. Tide's starting to fill in, which is nice. Need to fill in a little bit more. Up these creeks, really hard work when it's low tide and the water's dirty, so tide's pumping in. Just watching it fill in. I laid these fish down and they're already a bit covered. Check this out, this is super cool. This is not a small barra and a big barra. This is two different species. Have a look down here. That there is a sand bass And that there is a barramundi. Sand bass, big eye, darker colour, very similar back end. The tail's almost identical. Even that line there, very similar. But two different species. It's actually a really big sand bass. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, I gotta shoot that, show everybody. Super cool. Super cool. All right, up in Bundy with the legend from Bundy, Roman. He is the man. He outfished me last time I come up here and he caught a bigger fish than me, didn't you, mate?
Yep.
But today we've got a barra and we're going to fill like this because tonight and tomorrow we've got a meeting with a bunch of pastors from all over central Queensland come together and we're going to eat some of this for lunch tomorrow. So you hold that tail for me, mate. Just watch this knife when it comes back toward you. Okay, watch fingers. You watch Spearfishing Down Under all the time, mate?
Yeah, all the time. Any video you post.
It's beautiful. You're looking forward to being able to see yourself on here one day?
Oh yes.
What do you reckon? That's going to be good?
Yes.
Look at that slab. Nice, let's go again. Alrighty. How does that look, mate?
Very nice.
This is the easiest fish to kill it and skin because they've only got two little pin bones, right?
Yeah.
How many people do you reckon we can feed with this for lunch tomorrow?
Depends how you force it. Maybe 50 people?
We've got 40 to feed tomorrow.
That's pretty good then.
Nice. We're going to cut this up in small bits, make it up into crumb, and we're going to do it tomorrow. Good job, mate.
What's up, Tim's channel? I'm Roman. This is Joyce.
Hey.
We are cooking Tim's fish for the event happening up in Bundy. And yeah, we're just going to show you how we're doing it. Alright, so we got the fish cooking in the pan. Cooking about 5 minutes each side.
You need to turn it down.
Oh, they're plugged up, no! Alright, so our first batch of fish is cooked. Looks nice and golden. And it's just one of many batches, so see you when it's almost done.
Oh my gosh, coming home, trip nearly over, and it's flipping hailing so bad, disaster, flipping hailing terribly, look at it, oh, covered in ice. Well, it was a good trip, flipping hail, so bad, and we got some fish, fed some people, and hope you enjoyed this one. Now listen, if you want to grab some rife gear, don't forget to grab that Adreno. Tim Spear, 10% discount code. In-store, online, get your discount there. Really cool. Thanks Dive R for the bags as usual. They've been so good. Really appreciate it. Helps with those fish. It goes so well into the ski. If you've got a ski, grab a Dive R bag and you can grab them at Adreno, I think, and also from Dive R. So cool. Well, I'm out. Going to sit out the rest of this storm. Hopefully it's going to stop hailing and I can get myself home. See you in the water.